All right, so my wording is not exactly like yours in the book, but it is similar. The gist of it is similar. Okay, so it's what? Compact. Yes, fewer words here. So basically, here's what's going down. Susie is organizing the printing of tickets for a show her friends are producing. Okay. She needs to figure out which company is going to be better to order tickets from. Okay, so one of the thing is, okay, better, what does better mean? What does better mean to her? Maybe what does it mean to her friends? Doesn't matter if they sell 10 tickets or 1,000 tickets as to which company might be better to order from. And this is not worded well. For how many tickets would it, how many tickets would it be if both companies cost exactly the same? How many tickets would they need to sell or order in order for the cost to be exactly the same? That's what it's supposed to say. Okay? So let me read it one more time, because sometimes just hearing it or reading it can help a second time. Seriously, I have to do it all the time, especially when it's a new problem I've not seen. Susie is organizing the printing of tickets for a show her friends are producing. Which company is going to be better to order the tickets from? Doesn't matter if they sell 10 tickets or if they sell 1,000 tickets. For how many tickets or how many tickets would they need to order if it costs exactly the same for both companies? Yes.
Would this be formed in white symmetry?
Possibly. Now, as I understand it in your book, because I forgot to look, does it say something under best print? Does it say $1 for $25 tickets?
Yeah.
That is an error. So you need to cross out that dollar sign. It's $1 for 25 tickets. So if they print out 25 tickets, it's only going to cost them $1. Okay? All right. So, Miss Morgan, come on. Let's get your head up. You can do this. I told you it was meaty. Did that scare you away? 5 minutes. I'm going to give you 5 minutes. Talk with the people next to you. Think about it on your own. Do some stuff. What? Already? Hang on. No, I'm not going to come here. No, I'm not. No, I'm not. You need to think. You need to struggle. You need to persevere for 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Pretend you're Miss Thede. Say, okay.
I can't pretend.
You can. You can. You know what kind of questions I would ask. So how did you get this answer? What did you do here? Does that make sense? That's how you act like Miss Thede. You just ask, you keep asking more and more questions. Right? Right? That's all I do. Okay. Let's get attendance. So Faith Che, Morgan, Tori, Morgan, no Rowan, Rachel, Kyla, Sajin, no Jasmine, Eli, Osmond, Mari, Isaiah. Okay, I don't hear a lot of talking. Okay. Okay, so 10 plus 25 times what? Okay. So kind of like this. Okay. And what is the 10 is the setup fee, right? And I see 25 means the number of tickets. And what's 40? Okay, so this is the number of sets, which, how many sets do I have here if a dollar is for 25 tickets? How many sets is that? If you're saying this 40 is the number of sets for 25 tickets, and I say it's $1, how many sets is that right there? It should be one set, right? One set is $1, which is 25 tickets. So this is not only the number of sets, this is also your number of dollars also, right? So this is a kind of different way to do it. It works. Good question. Where did you get the 40? Okay. 25 times 40. So he was trying to get to this gives you 1,000 tickets. But like we said, that 40 is the number of sets of 25 tickets in a chunk plus the dollars. Now, this is not the only way to do this. That is the brilliance of math, and that is the worst part of math, because you might see it one way, somebody else might see it another. Okay? So y is equal to this. The $10 is my setup fee. That's like your y-intercept. It's going to cost you $10 no matter how many tickets you bring up. So if I do 40 sets of 25 tickets, and that 40 sets is $40, 40 times 25 is $1,000. It's $1,000 plus the 10 for the setup. So y is going to be $1,010, and that is for 1,000 tickets, right? 1,000 ticks. So I'm spelling tickets wrong, but is that correct? Is that what you came up with for that one? So then we should probably also do the same thing for the other side with the same number of tickets, right? So over here at SurePrint, we have y equals, is there any setup fee here? No. 0, we'll say that's the setup fee, plus, how many tickets do we get here? 25 for $2. How did you set this one up? Okay, so 25 times 40, because we want 40 sets, 40 sets of tickets at 25 tickets each. We also have to take it times the $2, because it's $2 for every set of 25. So when we multiply that, we get, I don't know, what do we get? 50 times 40, which is $2,000. Okay, so for 1,000 tickets, here at SurePrint, it's going to cost $2,000. Here at Best Buy, it's going to cost $1,010. So which is going to be better for our, what's her name? Susie and her friends for 1,000 tickets. Best Print, yes, much cheaper over here, right? And if they're the same tickets, I'm assuming they are, that's the best cost, the lowest cost. Okay, so that's for 1,000 tickets. What if it's not 1,000? Well, what if it was 500? What if it was 200? What if it was 10? Do we just assume that? Do we have to show something? Show what? How should we show it? What number of tickets do we want to look at? Now, like I said, was this the only way to do this? No. He said, they talked about 1,000 tickets, so maybe let's find the cost for 1,000 tickets. So for 1,000 tickets, best print is definitely going to be better and cheaper. What should we do next? Come on, put on your thinking cats. Meow. What did you do?
No, I just did that because I got nothing.
You got nothing?
No.
Yeah. Che, what do you think?
I think I did something opposite. I left a small chart of when the best print becomes cheaper than the sure print.
When best print becomes cheaper. That's kind of what Sajin, I think, was working on too. How did you set it up? Or what did you do?
The first price side by side.
Okay.
Like the first one is $2 and the other one is $11.
And that was for how many tickets?
25.
So for 25 tickets, here's maybe some columns here. For 25 tickets, SurePrint, which we said was in red, would cost $2. And 25 tickets over here would cost how much? 11. Okay. And then how did you keep going?
I kept doing it by increments of 50.
So did you jump to 75 or what did you go to next?
I kept going 50. That's going to be long here. So at 100 tickets,
Okay.
the sure print would cost 8 and the best print would cost 14.
So 100 tickets here, if it's $25 for two, and we want 100, then you would multiply by 4, multiply by 4. This is one way to do it. Again, there are several. That's going to cost you $8.
Yeah.
And over here, it would be, how much? 14. Does everybody see what we're doing here? We're just kind of going up in increments. Okay. Then let's go up to what amount?
225.
225. You just jumped to 225? Oh, you were going by 50s.
Yeah.
Or by 25s?
Yeah, by 25.
Oh, okay. You were going by 25s. So 225 is how many sets of 25 tickets? So you take 225 divided by 25, and that's going to be what, 9 sets at $2 a piece is 18. Is that right?
Yeah.
Please be right. Thank you. So this is going to be 9 sets over here at $1, which is $9 plus the $10 setup is 19. Is that right?
Yeah.
So this was cheaper, this was cheaper here, SurePrint, but when you get to 225, 19 versus 8. Okay, so that's still cheaper.
Well, after 225, then the best print becomes cheaper.
What was the number?
Well, at 250, the sure print would cost 20, while the best print would cost 90.
So this is 10 sets, which would be $20. And this would be 10 sets over here, which is going to be 10 plus 10, which is how much?
20.
20? Is that right?
I guess that 250 comes equal.
Ah, at 250 it becomes equal. Is that kind of important to know? Maybe. So here we have $20. Here we have $20. So I think that does answer one of our questions. How many tickets would we need to order for both companies to cost exactly the same? What's that number? 250. So we have to order 250 tickets for the cost to be the same. What if I ordered 249? Who's going to be the better buy? We had 25, we had 100, we had 225. If I do 249 or less, then we're looking at SurePrint, right? Let me do this a little bit bigger. If I do, I'm going to make this really big. Maybe I'll do it down here. If I order 249 tickets, I should say less than or equal to 249 tickets, then we should go with, what's the name again? SurePrint, right? SurePrint, because it's going to be cheaper. If I go with greater than, let's do a different color, greater than or equal to 200 and I guess it would be 51 tickets, then we're going to go with, what is it, best price? And if we are if we are equal to 250 tickets, then the cost is the same. So, which company are we going to go with? Depends. Excellent. What does it depend upon?
How much tickets you need.
Yeah, it says all you're doing, if I recall, it says you are advising your friend. So you are giving her different scenarios, saying, well, if you get 249 tickets or less, then you definitely should go with SurePrint. If you're going to have to get more than 250, go with best price. And if it's 250 exactly, it doesn't matter which company you go with. Both are going to cost the same. Okay? Questions on that? That was a little bit more challenging, yes. Yes. Good problem, good problem. All right, let's turn the page then and go to page 36. This one is challenging too, but I'm going to stay right here and answer and work it with you. Again, active participation, talking out loud is the best way to do this, okay? Page 36. The only coins that Alexis has are dimes and quarters. Do you guys even use change anymore? Sometimes? Okay. Her coins have a total value of $5.80. She has a total of 40 coins that make up that $5.80. How many does she have of each coin? And you're like, yeah, I would be. Like, my gosh, Miss Thede, it's Friday. Come on. All right. Pick out some important words here and talk some math to me. What do you see? What would help you in trying to solve this problem? Okay, she only has dimes and quarters. What do we know about dimes and quarters? 10 cents and 25 cents. What else do we know? She has a total of 40 coins. What's a key word when we say total 40 coins? I would say total is kind of important. Total implies what operation? Addition. Yes, we are going to be adding. How could I start to write something that talks about a total of 40 coins? Total of 40 equals, and then what?
40 for on the right.
Equals 40. Yes, you've got to start somewhere. It's a total of 40, so it equals 40, okay? 40 plus? What do you think? Where, in front? Or where? Where do you think of 40 plus? What is equal to 40? Come on, put on your thinking caps. It's okay to struggle. This makes your brain explode in a good way. It's like your neurons are firing. Bing, bing, bing. Pew, 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 pew. Yes, Morgan. 5 times 8. What about 5 times 8? Five sets of quarters, 5 quarters, and 8 dimes. Well, how much are 5 quarters? 5 sets. What do you mean by sets? Right. 5 sets of 4 quarters. So how much is 5 sets of 4 quarters?
120.
5 sets of 4 quarters. Yes. So how many quarters is that? Be 20, right? So if I have 20 quarters and 8 dimes, does that give me 40? No. So we have to have 40 coins. 40 coins. Now, maybe you're just doing some guess and check, and that's okay, but maybe we could solve it algebraically too. What is it that is equal to 40? Right now, did I even count the quarters or the dimes and how much they were in value there? Did I count that they were quarters? Really? Right. Did I count that it was 25 cents here? I wrote down quarters, but I really didn't count that it was 20 at 25 cents. So what am I really looking for when I am adding these together? I just want to know what. That is correct. So how many quarters and dimes? How many quarters do you want to write down? Do we know how many quarters yet? How should I write that? Did you hear a me? Is that what you're talking about? Yeah, I heard it. Yeah, what are you thinking? Yes, that is good. One is going to talk about 580. What about the 580? So 1 is equal to 580, and $5.80 is talking about value. It's an amount or value. Whereas 40 is just talking about, this is talking about the value of the coins. This is talking about number of coins. So there is a little bit of a difference there. Okay? So how could we've got the equals side. How do we go on from this? Maybe if I get rid of this, I don't know. And we could guess and check, but that would be a lot of guessing and checking, which we could do. If this is 40 coins, what do I have to know? I have to know this, and I have to know this. How many are, and how many are? Okay. What do you want to let our value for the quarters be? Not our value, our number. How would we represent that? Do we know what it is?
No.
So how could I represent it?
F.
Okay. F?
X.
X. How about instead of X we do Q? Q is the number of quarters, right? Number of quarters. How should I represent the dimes? Please say D. Please say D. Good. So, number of quarters plus the number of dimes, and yes, we could use X and Y, is equal to 40. Now, the second one talks about the value of those coins. Quarters and dimes have value also. So how would I show an equation showing value with the number of quarters we need and the number of dimes we need? Yes.
I put 25. I put X, but
Sure.
Q.
Okay, good. Okay, what do you guys think about that? Is that good? Now, at first he said 25. I don't know if you actually had 25 or you saw what was going on here. I thought you said 25 and you're like, oh, 0.25. So yes, you do need that decimal point because it's only 25 cents to put these together. All right, so I have my two equations. How am I going to solve for the number of quarters and the number of dimes? What would be an easy way to do this? Or is there an easy way? There's not. I mean, it's not overly easy. Do you like, I don't see a graph anywhere, so we're not going to graph. Substitution, or are you going to use elimination? Elimination. Which one do you want to eliminate? The D or the Q? The D? Okay, so what do I have to do to eliminate this D? Subtract? Well, I can't subtract them right now. I got to change something. If this is 0.10D and this is D, I either need to make this a negative D or I need to make this a negative 0.10D, right? So which do you want to do? Which seems a little easier? Come on, keep those wheels turning in there. How about we take negative 0.10 times everything up here? Negative 0.10. It's going to be a little messy. So if I do that down here, I get 0.10Q, negative, minus 0.10D is equal to 40 times a negative 10 cents is negative $4. So I was hoping to get rid of the D's. If I add those together, remember we always add. Yes, those are going to cancel out. What is 25 cents minus 10 cents? 15 cents or 0.15 quarters is equal to $1.80. Okay, so divide by 0.15, divide by 0.15. How many 15 cents are in $1.80? Come on, use your calculators. Is it 20? 12? Oh, okay. So Q is 12. Q, that means I have 12 quarters. 12 quarters. I have 40 coins total, so that means D should equal to 40 minus 12, which is going to be 28 dimes. Now, let's see, is that going to add up to $5.80? 12 quarters is $3. 28 dimes is $2.80. So $3 plus $2.80 does give me the total of $5.80. Woo! Yeah. And people say this is a cupcake class. Come on. Don't let anybody tell you different. This is not an easy class, I don't think. All right, so there are my answers. We had 12 quarters, 28 dimes, which was $3 in quarters, and $2.80 in dimes, which added up to $5.80. Questions on that? So the important thing when you're starting these, one talks about value when you're using money. So you're going to have to put the value of your pennies, your nickels, your dimes, your quarters, and include that in there. The other talks about the number, total of coins. There's no value. We just want to know how many coins. Okay, so that's just the straight variables equal to 40. That is how you start some of those money problems. Okay. So if you can, by today, try to get homework number 1 done. Homework number 2, you can get started. That is due next Tuesday. Now, what happens if you don't get it done by today or Tuesday? You get a 0 put in, but you have until the end of this chapter. But please try to do that because this is your practice. Does practice make perfect? No, but practice makes it better. All right? Okay, that's all I have, guys. Good job.